Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on the LoRaWAN portal. In this video we will go through how to onboard devices. As you saw, I opened the main menu here, and in this case, in this instance, I will go to Create Sensor. So you'll find the Create Sensor tab under the service provider header, as creating sensors or onboarding devices, whatever you want to call it, it is a service provider task. So click the tab. You'll find in this view a set of drop-down lists here. This functionality is made to create devices, onboard devices one by one. Now, for this video, we will go through how to do onboarding of devices in the batch list functionality. Let's begin from the beginning and we'll fetch this template. What appears now then is a set of tick boxes here that you'll select. What the result is, by clicking one of these, if I tick this box and if I tick this box, you create columns in an Excel spreadsheet that you will load out, you will generate it, you will fill it in outside of the portal, and then you'll load it up to the portal and view as the changes take place. So that's basically what we're going to do in this video. So let's begin. I would like to have something that we call alias on my devices. This would help me later on, while I have more of them in the system and on my service provider account, to filter and sort amongst my devices. This is not a required field of information. It will not affect if the device communicates or not. Same goes for serial number. Oftentimes you will get a serial number in the documentation from the device vendor from whom you bought the device. Not required, but on the other hand, good to include if you have it. And in my documentation that I got from Elsys in this experiment is a strong word, in this example, I actually got a serial number, so I will go ahead and use that. LoRaWAN version, click it because you will need it, and basically this is something that you also will get from the device vendor. This is amongst what we mentioned earlier here, the device specifics. So you won't get it from Netmore, you will get it from the device manufacturer. I will select the channel plan, and then I will go down to billing group. Billing group is a required field of information, but it's not a device specific one. It is actually something that we require from the Netmore side of things. So billing group, I'll include it and I'll explain it when I fill it into the spreadsheet. Product, I don't need it. Tags, yeah, I'll use some tags. Tags could be very useful for me if I need to connect some information to the devices that I would like to have in the integration or in the export of data, which we will explain further on in another video, connected to the devices. So, for instance, if I would like to install my CO2 devices in a basement, maybe I will need to connect that location somehow to the devices. Basement number 3, for instance, could be a good tag. Peripheral information, you could say, but it could be valuable in the receiving system or in the platform or visualization tool that the device will integrate to a little bit later. Description, I don't really feel that I need this one because I have I have a setup with alias and serial number. So description won't provide me with any additional value in this case. Now that we're done with the information segment here of the list, we'll head into the provisioning segment. And in this case, I would like to be able to deploy these devices and expect them to connect to the network as soon as I install them. In this case, it would be wise to provision them at the same time as I load this batch list up into the system. You could of course not fill this in. You could leave this blank, and what happens then is that you'll more or less register the devices with the app keys, with the information that you'll need at a later stage. And what remains now to do is basically just to generate this spreadsheet. I'll do so by clicking generate. And it pops up amongst my downloaded files. Here it is. And let's start putting in some sensor information in there. I have 3 devices. I bought them from Elsys in this example. So I received a file containing the device details and the sensor keys. So let's put it in. As you will remember from the last video, we did talk about sensor specific information and Netmore LoRaWAN portal specific information. Let's begin. I have the 3 following dev UIs in my file. I will paste them like so. I would like to have an alias on them. Perfect. In this case, I also have a serial number. As you remember, it's the OTAA method for activation on these ones. Class A, created them in the Swedish network, so then the EU channel plan will apply. Sensor type, use the drop lists. I have some nice Elsys ERSCO2 devices here. Based on how frequently the device will send message over the network, you'll see here 2 messages a day, up to 24 and 144. Export config, that's what I want. Great, so next step is now to upload the file into the portal. You'll enter the main menu and you'll scroll down to the batch list tab here under administration. Click it, and then you'll go to the import tab here under the batch list. For this one, we'll select import file, and we will select the spreadsheet here that we made. You'll see this situation where you have the devices in your file with the information that you put in, and then simply you need to apply the changes. So let's click that one. Great. We now have 3 green lights. That means that we have 3 added devices to our service provider account. You know what? Let's go and see them with our own eyes. We will go into the main menu. We will search sensor. Again, we're a service provider in this case. Search device, search sensor. And we will select. And we will click search. So the devices are in here. I have added another one previously. And yeah, this is basically the overview that we have of the devices that come from the batch list. We have now populated this service provider account with some devices. Thank you so much for watching.